Good evening. This is the May 7th, 2025 Seminole County Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This board is a 7-member board appointed by the Board of County Commissioners. A quorum has been established to hold tonight's meeting. Public hearing items acted upon by this board are referred to the Board of County Commissioners for further consideration. Board members present tonight are me, Chairman Mike Lorenz, Vice Chairman Tim Smith, Commissioner Dan Lopez, Commissioner Carissa Lahan, Commissioner Richard German. Staff present tonight are Degmary Segara, Development Services Deputy Director, Joy Giles, Planning and Development Division Manager, Nasa Burkert, Deputy County Attorney, Hillary Payton, Planner, Tammy Brushwood, P&Z Board Clerk. Tonight's meeting is going to go as follows. Staff will introduce the item. The applicant will present their item. Audience members wishing to speak will then be heard. Audience participation requires each speaker complete a comment card and give it to the clerk. Comment cards are located in the lobby. Please indicate on the comment whether you want to make oral comments. Written comments will also be accepted. Speakers should restrict their comments to information directly related to the items being heard. When called, speakers should approach the microphone, clearly stating their name and address for the record. The board may ask questions of the speaker. After all speakers have been heard, public comment will be closed. The applicant will be given a chance for rebuttal. Any items shown, such as videos, presentations, pictures, or maps, must be left with the clerk for the public record. Items shown from electric devices should be emailed to the clerk. A motion will be made and seconded. Board discussion may occur and conclude with a vote. I will request a roll call vote for any split votes. We'll start with the acceptance and approval of proof of publication. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. Next, we'll move on to the approval of minutes. Does the board have any changes? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. Next, we'll move on to the public hearing items. The Tehran Hookah Lounge Special Exemption. Hillary Payton, presenting.
Good evening, Hillary Payton, Planning and Development. Let me get this caught up. This item is a request for a special exception for the Tehran Hookah Lounge for an alcoholic beverage establishment in the Deep Lake Plan Development on 4 acres located on the southwest corner of Aloma Avenue and Deep Lake Road. The applicant currently operates an existing hookah lounge with a 2 COP beer and wine alcohol license and is now requesting a special exception to increase their alcohol license to a 4 COP liquor license for on-site consumption. The establishment was granted a beer and wine license in 2019 for incidental sales in association with the hookah lounge and pursuant to Section 30.6.6.2 subsection B of the Seminole County Land Development Code. A special exception is required when the sale of alcohol is not incidental to other products offered for sale. It was later determined that per Section 30.6.6.2 subsection A2, incidental sales only pertains to establishments selling groceries and household dry goods and bona fide restaurants. All other uses would require approval of a special exception. When the applicant requested to upgrade their existing alcohol license from 2 COP to 4 COP in 2024, they were denied and advised that a special exception would be required for their alcoholic beverage establishment. The Hookah Lounge sells hookah products, beer, wine, and appetizers and is approximately 2,000 square feet in size, located within an existing shopping plaza. The establishment seats 62 patrons inside and 22 patrons on the outdoor patio for a total of 84 seats. The hours of operation are currently 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., 7 days a week. Section 30.6.6.2 subsection D of the Seminole County Land Development Code states that any establishment selling alcoholic beverages for on-site consumption shall maintain separations from all churches and schools. The hookah lounge meets the separation requirements. In compliance with the Seminole County Land Development Code, Section 30.3.5, Community Meeting Procedures, the applicant conducted a community meeting on April 3rd, 2025. Details of the community meeting have been provided in the agenda package. Section 30.3.1.5 of the Seminole County Land Development Code states that certain criteria must be met for the Board of County Commissioners to approve a special exception request. Staff finds that the request meets the 4 criteria with the recommended conditions as stated in the approval development order. In addition to the typical conditions of approval for special exceptions, staff is recommending that the seating capacity be capped at 84 seats, that the outdoor patio area be closed at 10 p.m. each night, and that no amplified sound or outdoor entertainment occur outdoors at any time. Staff has received 1 letter of support and 3 letters of opposition from property owners in the townhome development that the hookah lounge abuts, which is on the dais for your consideration. Staff requests the Board of County Commissioners approve the special exception with the conditions as stated in the associated development order for an alcoholic beverage establishment in the PD zoning district on 4 acres located on the southwest corner of Aloma Avenue and Deep Lake Road. This concludes my presentation. I'm available for any questions.
Questions from the board? Go ahead.
Hillary, is the applicant in agreement with the additional staff recommendations, the closure of 10 outdoors, the cap on the seating?
I advised them of it. I didn't receive any feedback.
Okay.
Any questions? Is the applicant here? And would they please come up and present? Did you have anything to present for us tonight?
My name is Denise Morrill. I'm working with the owners of Tehran Hookah Lounge in this endeavor. We are just basically agreeing with whatever conditions you guys lay out. We've agreed, as we did in the public hearing, the public meeting that we held, to put a regulator on the stereo so that it only goes a certain level, so it doesn't disturb the people behind us. We are okay with closing the patio at 10 p.m. I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous. I don't like talking in front of people.
It's okay, take your time, man.
We're great with closing the patio, and we don't mind capping the amount of seats to the required amount. I'd like to add that the hookah lounge only has patrons that are 21 years and older. It's mostly a lounge. There is no young kids, as you'd like to put it, or as you could put it, running around the parking lot or anything like that. So that's something I wanted to say.
Any questions of the applicant?
I don't have any.
Seeing none, if we're ready, I'll move on to the audience speaking, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have one public comment card here. Emily Elliott, here in the audience. And it's an opposed comment card for the board.
My name is Emily Elliott. I live at 8586 Falstaff Place in the residential neighborhood that abuts the Tehran Hookah Lounge. I'm opposed to this business getting the alcoholic beverage license due to the fact that the last 4 years, personally, I've had to call the Seminole County Sheriff's Office on numerous occasions for noise ordinance nuisance issues, and they did not meet on multiple occasions the state and also Seminole County ordinances for respecting my rights as a homeowner and to respect the fact that they were disturbing me in my domicile with excessive music and everything else that goes with a business that operates in an after-hours capacity from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., sometimes till 3 a.m. in the morning. My question for you all to consider and whether or not you approve this is, would you want a business that operates after hours from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. behind your house? And for most people, considering what their establishment, I'm not saying they can't operate as a business, but what it draws into the area, I feel is a detriment to our neighborhood and to the residents of the neighborhood, considering that we are a family-oriented neighborhood, and it brings no value add to our area. And it only potentially increases the calls for service to Seminole County Sheriff's Office, the fire department. It increases the chances of people consuming alcohol, now liquor, not just beer and wine, that are now potentially on the road. There have been numerous accidents at the intersection of Deep Lake Road and County Road 426 or Aloma Avenue. You're increasing your chances for potential DUI incidences and furthermore, other activities that will increase when you offer bringing in alcohol into a business and in a nightclub with quotes in there, even though they're saying they're operating as a lounge and serving food. To what extent, I'm not sure of what that is, but that's all I have.
Thank you. Is there any questions?
Emily, just a quick comment.
Yes, sir.
We're a recommending body to the county commission, first of all. They've asked for an adjustment to their license. Our determination only has to do with, does it fall properly under a zoning and land use
Sure.
category? We don't have anything to do with the noise.
Right, I understand.
So you're going to have to take that up with, A, the county commission, or continue to do so with the sheriff's department.
Which we do.
Okay. I mean, all we can do is say, does it conform to our rules and regulations
sir.
or ordinances, and go from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Understood. I have nothing else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hillary, is the applicant's offer of putting a volume regulator on the outside sound, outside music or sound, is that part of the development order?
It's
Or am I
not.
just missing it in here?
No, that was the first I've heard of that recommendation or suggestion from the applicant.
The current, this is Nasa Borkert for the record, the current conditions, you're not allowed to have any amplified sound outside.
Outside, they were talking about the inside.
Oh, inside, okay.
But you can make that part of the conditions, right, of the approval?
Yeah, there's nothing, are you talking about the condition,
For the regulator on the.
a sound regulator inside? Yeah, if that would be helpful, or some type of noise deadening for the indoors.
I was just asking because the applicant's offering that, and it seems like it would relieve some of the existing neighbors' concerns. So I just wanted to know if I needed to add that to a motion or if it was already in there somewhere.
Yeah, you would need to add it to a motion as an additional condition, and then state the, specifics of the condition.
And is it okay if I go ahead and close public comment?
Well, I would ask one more time if there's anybody else.
Yeah, is there anybody else in the audience that'd like to speak on this, either for or against it? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close public comment. Applicant, you can rebuttal if you want. Yeah. Comment on the suggestion of having the filter on, I guess?
The whole talk of the regulator came up during the public meeting that we had in the Oviedo Mall. It was in my minutes when I
saw that.
gave them to Ms. Padden. They're still willing to do that. They don't want to disturb anybody. They just want to have their club. And to be quite honest, the club is going to be there regardless of whether they are accepted for the 4COP or not. And we just want to we're trying to make the residents as happy as possible in the situation, but my personal feeling is that whether it's beer and wine or alcohol, it's one and the same. I mean, you drink 4 beers, you've had a shot, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that really has any relevance on your guys' decision. It's just that we do meet the criteria for the increase in series, and we would like to be able to exercise that right.
I have a question. Can you expand a little bit on that? There was some comments made about hiring security or making the venue soundproof, or even having no music Sunday through Thursday. Do you mind expanding on that and what those conversations were
Yeah,
about?
that came up in the public meeting as well, and the owners, which are sitting up there, had offered to put soundproofing in the club so that they didn't disturb the residents. They're pretty much willing to do anything that they have to do in order to try and keep everybody at peace. The regulator was the big thing on the music because that seemed to be, the people that came to the public meeting, it seemed to be their biggest concern was the noise. They're willing to do whatever it takes to keep that down, and they still stand by their decision to keep the music off between Sunday and Thursday.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Discussion of the board?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion. I'd like to make a motion to recommend the Board of County Commissioners approve the special exception with the conditions as stated in the Associated Development Order for an alcoholic beverage establishment in the PD zoning district on 4 acres located on the southwest corner of Aloma Avenue and Deep Lake Road, and that they as well include a volume regulator on all outdoor and indoor music and sound.
I second.
I have a first and a second. Any discussion, or all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Seeing none, motion's approved. Thank you for that. All right. Let's go ahead and close the public hearing with that. Closing business. Joy, do you have anything for the board tonight?
Yes, I do have a few items. First and foremost, I would like to formally introduce Dagmary Sagara as our new Deputy Director for Development Services. Dagmary comes from St. Cloud, where she was the Deputy Director for the Community Services, or Community Development Division, excuse me. And prior to that, she was a Senior Planner for Seminole County, so we are very happy to welcome her back.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we have no one from engineering anymore, is that right, Joy?
Say that again?
We have no one from engineering?
We are going through the hiring process currently for
Okay.
that position. Yes. So hopefully we will have that filled soon. We will keep you updated on that. Second, I just want to let the board know that we will be conducting the second BCC workshop on May 13th for the Land Development Code updates. So we are hoping to bring that to the board either in September or October. Of course, that may change, but that is the anticipated timeline for that. And then last, we will not be having a meeting in June because we don't have an agenda for June. So our next P&Z meeting is scheduled for July 2nd. So we just want to make sure that there's no conflict with the July 4th holiday. If July 2nd works for everyone, we will keep that date. Otherwise, we can discuss an alternative.
Does anybody know they're currently going to have an issue with July 2nd?
Currently, it's fine.
That's fine.
Currently?
I may have an issue.
Okay. So we can handle that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
need a
very
quorum.
good.
Okay.
All right. And so that is all I have for this evening.
Okay, thank you. Does the board have anything to discuss?
Move to adjourn.
All
Yeah.
right.
Second.
Meeting adjourned.